Hello everyone and welcome back to Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions, and we're starting the final 2099 level. So we learned that last level, for him anyway, that Scorpion was bringing the fragment to this mysterious person in Alchemax, so we finally get a reveal of who this is, and it's 2099's Dr. Octopus, which I think this was also another original creation from the devs. So, and it's an interesting design. She got the yams. It's just messing around. But I do like this idea of like doing like a female Doc Ock in the future. So that's kind of cool. But so yeah, like always, we're just gonna go through the my history with Doc Ock. So for this first part, and the next we'll talk about the level itself. So yeah, Doc Ock, a very famous Spider-Man villain who has had many appearances in the comics and TV shows, movies. Like the amount is crazy that they have, and so and there definitely is no shortage of appearances. I think as far as the earliest that I can recall is like the 90s animated series. I remember we had a VHS tape of uh, one of the compilation of episodes, and there were two of them where the central focus was, Spider-Man goes to see a sick child, and they go on a little adventure. Um, Spider-Man basically kind of gets amnesia in a sense, where he doesn't remember who he is, but he's manipulated into thinking that, you know, him and Doc Ock are partners in crime. So that's fun. But yeah, that's the earliest I can recall, and that character kind of shaped my views on how I see Doc Ock for a long time. You know, with the German accent. He's wearing that body armor type thing, shredded as fuck. like, um, I didn't realize till much later though that the guy who plays him also plays Alfred in Batman the Animated Series. So that was an interesting discovery. Because when I was little, I was always more familiar with him as Doc Ock than Alfred. I didn't watch much. I didn't watch a ton of Batman the Animated Series. Maybe like there were those compilation DVDs of just like and VHS tapes of just random like episodes strung together. So like it's more or less just kind of a vague sort of deal, but that's a whole discussion for another time involving Batman and the animated series and all that stuff. But yeah, he was Doc Ock for the whole show, and he also showed up. He also showed up again in the 2000s Neversoft game, which I would love to play for the channel at some point. So yeah, that was the earliest I can recall of Monsieur Octopus. There was also the '60s cartoon, which that was just like one episode where they're in like a underground cave lab or something like that. It's weird. So, yeah, I didn't really catch much Doc Ock episodes on the 60s animated series. That show was always more just like, I watched the origin episode, maybe one involving a giant snow monster, and then, yeah, it just kind of, just goes blank or whatever, as far as my recollection of that. But recently I did get the whole complete series, so I can't wait to finally sit down and watch the whole thing. See where all those memes came from. So I think the other big appearance that everybody is familiar with is Spider-Man 2, the movie, not the game, not Enter Electro, not fucking Marvel Spider-Man 2. I'm just talking strictly Spider-Man 2, the game, and he was played by Alfred Molina, who does a really great job in there. Like, it's such a sympathetic character that you can't help but feel some sort of pity or whatnot for the guy. But yeah, it's sad. I did a review on Spider-Man 2 on my channel, so if you want to see what I think of the movie, you can just go watch it there. But I loved Alfred Molina's take, and how much that kind of influenced some other portrayals kind of going forward. So, I guess I should mention too, there's also the Spider-Man 2 movie tie-in game. That is a cornerstone of my childhood as well. And even though Alfred Molina is kind of, phoning it in a little bit, I mean, he's better than Toby as a voice actor by proxy, but it's what was I about to say? But yeah, that him in the game, there were always a few things which, as I got older, just kind of weirded me out. Like the fact that he had henchmen or something. Like he just, at a certain point, he needed help with his, experiments and all that sort of crap. So, but I always took it as like he was never a person that never really needed help with anything. He just kind of, did stuff on his own. But so yeah, that also his boss fight was the absolute worst as a child. His arms, and like, I remember getting to like the final level of the game and just being so frustrated with that. And then what else is next? He's in the Spectacular Spider-Man. He's probably like he's another one of those really good. He's probably one of the better adaptations, or at least one of my favorites, where, he starts off as this humble, albeit, nerdy, kind of awkward Oscorp employee. He helps create some supervillains and, like the Rhino, Sandman, all of them. And then episode 8 comes around. He gets into an accident caused by the Green Goblin. And at that point, he's just like, man, I am like the superior, I'm the superior being among everyone. And I don't mean as in, superior Spider-Man. I just mean like, there's this kind of God complex that he arrives at where he figures, you know, you're just gonna be better than everyone. So that's neat. And he's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna go crazy and just become a supervillain. Take down Osborn, take down Spider-Man. And later he becomes the Master Planner, which is just, it is derived from the comics, but it's such a weird turn. Especially the parts where, like, he's in a mental hospital and he's just, like, he's faking the fact that, like, he regrets his actions and that sort of deal. So. And then the gang war happens and he wants to become a crime boss. It is a really, like, there's a lot of good that happens with that version of the character. And I wish we could have gotten more, like, you know, some more depth and, you know, some things explored if we had had more seasons. But unfortunately, that was not the case.
That showed them. Good work.
What a shame. I also remember playing a lot of Spider-Man Friend or Foe, where a lot of it is derived from the movie. I forget why I paused here. Why did I not cut this out? Maybe I'd just forgotten. Oh, wait, I think I remember. I got a phone call. Pretty sure it was a phone call. But yeah, this is kind of embarrassing. There we go. Oh yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's a thing. Sorry about that.
2 down, 2 to go.
Usually I cut stuff like this out, but you know, I kind of don't want to record the whole thing over again. So the voiceover, I mean, not the gameplay. I don't want to do that again. So we're just gonna keep that in. What was I saying? Oh yeah. Yeah, Spider-Man Friend or Foe was a thing. Where a lot of that was just kind of derived from the Sam Raimi movies. It felt like a Saturday morning cartoon version of the Raimi trilogy. Like, all the villains were alive, even though, you know, in the movies they're fucking dead. So yeah, it's like a weird, like, alternate timeline where it was just like, you know, the villains just kind of survived their battles and things just kind of went on as normal. Otto was probably in prison during Spider-Man 3. Maybe Norman was, or may not have, but I don't know. It's a very weird, like, part of the Spidey mythos, I'd say. So what else? Okay, he's not in the Amazing movies. I didn't really watch much of the Spider-Man 2017 show. I know that he's voiced by the guy who plays Robin in Teen Titans. I know his name's Scott. I just can't remember his last. I don't think it's Scott. No, it's not Scott Porter. Shit. But yeah, Robin from Teen Titans, he voices him in that show. He also, well, there is one thing I want to comment on. His arms look weird because they're trying to be like this kind of like almost like Kevlar look. It's not metallic at all. It doesn't look metallic anyway. It's like, it almost like looks like extremely long socks coming out of his back. But yeah, that's weird. Sorry. But, so yeah, that's a thing. And then, I guess I'll talk about the Spider-Man 2018 game. I adore Otto in Marvel Spider-Man. The whole character development, the fact that he's not Doc Ock right away, which is a change. Like, they just kind of forego that. and like you slowly see him kind of disintegrate as the game goes along. You know, he becomes this super nice, you know, want to save the world type thing, and then, you know, once we learn of his brain deterioration, like the fact, or more so his muscle deterioration, like the fact that he can't use his muscles after a certain point, like it all just kind of spirals down there, and that's going to be the end of the part. So I will fill you in next time of what I think about, what I more think about of Insomniac's Doc Ock. But anyway, have a great night. Thank you all so much for watching. And of course, don't forget to take care of yourselves. See ya.